Welcome to the countdown. While you wait for the show to begin, try to relax, grab a drink, sit down, and just enjoy the music.
Yeah. Ooh, whoa.
Don't Christina it out.
Okay.
A little bit of land goes a long, long way. If you believe everything is okay, a little bit of land goes a long, long way. Sign the lease, bring the rings today. Everybody saying money, money, more money.
Welcome. We are back. Not for the chop. No, that is not back. But I am back. I am here. How are you guys doing? It's been a couple of weeks. It feels like it's been 3 months. I don't even remember how to live stream anymore. I don't even have notes. That's kind of strange. I'm used to work, prepare everything, have my things that I want to say. So we're just hanging out. That's how we're going to call it, a Sunday hangout. I wanted to prepare a surprise, but since I've been depressed and crying and cutting myself and throwing me out of the window and all of these things, which is complete bullshit, but I have had a little bit of things to catch up to, which was nice. It was nice to have free time for a change. It's been nice. I have rekindled myself to the mouses. I have cleaned the house, believe it or not. I spent my whole weekend cleaning the house. Mr. Invisible is not here, so I managed to get the house completely clean, and I get to enjoy it clean for 3 more days. It's fantastic. I hope he's not listening. He's not here, so. Oh, good Lord. We have to talk about All-Star 7 anyways, bitch. I haven't even finished watching the latest episode. Can you believe me? I was at Evie's performance. That's where I stopped. At Evie's performance. Then I didn't have time to actually finish. So, yeah, we can talk about whatever has been going on. Of course, we can talk about whatever you want. Chat. You are there. This is your live stream. Whatever you want to talk about, you can write it in the comments, and I'm right here. Speaking of right here, it kind of feels, I don't know if there's anyone from the earlier time. Doesn't it feel like very intimate? Like it's just the usual suspect, the usual people. My God, it feels like 3 years ago. Frank, good morning. It's late evening. It's late evening here. We should start structuring this live stream. I was thinking, what if we get together some topics? I mean, Drag Race is Drag Race. We'll always talk about Drag Race. But what if we try to focus them a little bit and put some topics in the air and then vote on what we would like to talk about the most? Because at some point I realized I have a wealth of knowledge which is basically stuck in my brain and not helping anyone. It's just sitting there, it's like you have something precious and you just have it closed in a cabinet and you're not doing anything with it. So I was thinking, why not? Maybe we can do something like that. That Elijah guy says, I've been loving the Discord. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. And I invited everyone to come on the Discord, to follow on Twitter, because I am working on the next video for the channel. Now, I don't know how this channel is going to go. The more I dig into the situation that we are in, the more I understand that we are absolutely not alone into this. We are not a special case. We are not someone that's been targeted. This is something that's endemic toward the whole of YouTube. So it's good that I took this couple of weeks to think about where we're going, where the channel will end up, what will I do if I don't do the Chop Weekly. And one thing that I realized is that I don't like this situation. I hate this situation. I'm not an idiot. I know how to, put together the pieces of the puzzle. But although I respect YouTube and I'm thankful for the platform, I'm thankful for the opportunity and everything that comes with it, I kind of have a feeling that the moment that I talk about it and start bringing in some receipts and put together all the pieces of the puzzle and unveil the beautiful image that's on the background, I kind of have a feeling that this channel will disappear. So it's a good thing that we took a couple of weeks to move everybody to Twitter or to Discord, because we will reorganize from there if the channel goes down from a moment to another. There is no other avenues, no other ways for me to tell you, okay, you can find me here, other than Discord or Twitter, because I don't use anything else. I don't use social media. I'm not that much out there on the internet. You know how I am. I just mind my business. So we will see what happens, and we will go on from there. Sen, how are you? I am better. I'm definitely better. Oh, by the way, I forgot to thank everybody who left a message. Some people wrote me on the email, some people wrote me on Twitter, some people wrote me on the Discord privately, and other left message in the community section of the channel. I really appreciated that. Like, I know it sounds so stupid, but not being able to continue that show, it's been hard. It's been really hard for me. I gave up everything on this channel to create and put on that show. So having to put an end to it, it's been not easy to digest. And you might think, yeah, it's incredibly stupid. In a way, it is, because it never brought in any real cash. A ton of time. I got destroyed for literal months to do that, and you would think you would be glad that it's over. And part of me, in a way, it is, because I finally have free time to do all of the things that I never did in the past couple of years. But it's like something that you created, from the very, very base, and letting go is not easy. So I'm really thankful for the people who offered moral support. So it's getting better. It is getting better. It's not a desperate situation. If we need to start from the beginning again, we will start from the beginning again. And whoever is there, and whoever we lost along the way, at least we had a little bit of time together. So there we are. We will see. We will see if YouTube will give us a kick on the ass and tell us goodbye. But if we do survive, if I do survive, because maybe, the situation is worse than we think, so I'm really worried about YouTube coming back at us. And then I realized that it's just that nobody it's even going to see that, apart from the people, you guys, the diehard fans, you. But if we do survive that, then we will start doing some exposing around here, because I've been swallowing shit for almost 3 years, and I always minded my business, and I've been always like, you know what, I don't want any problems, I don't want any drama, I don't want any drama for attention, even though we need attention, but I don't want any of that stuff. I will swallow the bullshit and, keep living my life and doing my thing. But eventually you reach a point in which you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't give a fuck anymore. You have done some things you were not supposed to be doing, and now we are going to talk about it. So that is going to be the next step. I know I should make videos about All-Stars because those are guaranteed views, which means guaranteed coins, and we do need coins, but coins are not everything. So it's going to become very interesting. So that's how I have been. How have you been? Some of you I see on the Discord. Like Blazing, I didn't see on Friday. I don't know. Maybe he was getting late because it's Pride Month, and apparently Pride Month in Berlin is like, I don't know, a city holiday or whatever. So he was probably getting late. It didn't even come to say hello. I was there waiting for you, Blazing. You didn't even come to say hello. I'm joking. Oh, Fantasia popped up. Oh, Fantasia. Wait. What did it write? I didn't see it. I sure as hell got late, but I was actually at a festival. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Your festival definitely beats me cleaning the house. But you should see the house. It's like spot clean. I clean everything. I dusted, I cleaned the windows, I washed the floors, I cleaned the bathroom top to bottom. It's like, my God, it's like, you know, when you hit Nirvana. Nirvana for me, and I know. This sounds so sad when you say it, but lately, Nirvana for me is walking around the house without shit getting stuck under my feet. That's that's the peace of the senses, the bliss. No, I'm not, Johnny. I'm not in Berlin. Blazing is in Berlin. Fantasia, my man didn't come on Friday. I missed him. Oh, good Lord. We love an hygienic housekeeping queen. Yes, especially when my sweet, sweet half is not here. He is like a tornado. Like, you leave him alone in the house for 10 minutes, you are completely fucked. You need to clean for 10 hours after that. So, 3 more days. 3 more days. I get to enjoy all of this for 3 more days, so let's enjoy that. Well, at least someone got laid. So I saw the latest couple of episodes. I was not impressed. I was expecting a little bit more. And if I gotta tell you something, watching casually, I'm talking about All Stars, watching casually, I realized that I expect too much from it. That's the problem. It's not that the show is necessarily bad. It's just that I expect too much. My expectation is too high. When people say lower your expectations, you will live a longer life, you will find love, you will find tons of friendship, you will be happy with your job. That's the problem. My expectations are too high, especially for Jinx. She keeps getting praised, and I'm like, it's not bad, but I don't know. It's not delusion. Convince yourself. So I don't know. Romance, Monet and Shea are not bringing their hay game to All-Star 7 and getting passes, in my opinion. I don't know about Shea. Monet, probably yes. The latest couple of episodes, I didn't really focus too much on it. There is way and way to look at Drag Race. One thing is watching it just to enjoy it. And another thing is watching it for reviewing it. So you start noticing more things, not only because you watch it from a different point of view, you also watch it more than once. You watch it at least 3 times, so you catch everything. So I don't know about that. The problem with Monet is that I don't particularly enjoy Monet. So it's you always have to fight a little bit between, okay, I don't like this because it's bad, or I don't like it because I just don't like Monet. Which one of the two is it? And it takes time to separate the two things. And I'm like, okay, if I'm not reviewing, I'm not even spending the time. I'm just coming out of it and say, okay, did I enjoy it? Not so much. I don't know what's with this all-winner season. Maybe it was too soon for an all-winner season. Maybe they should have taken their time to actually prepare something very, very special, because this is like the pinnacle of Drag Race. The moment you get to an all-winner season, it has to be fireworks, you know. But I do believe that it's not necessarily on the queens. I think they could have organized a little bit better. Make some outdoor challenges, for example. Create something special with intricate sets or well-written numbers. I don't know. Something feels off about this season. So I don't know if anyone has the same feeling, or is it just me that I expect too much? I mean, I'm happy to see Jada. And Jada getting some recognition. I'm very happy for that, because everybody in there had their time to actually make their coins, to enjoy, you know, a little bit of fame and being on everybody's lips. And she's basically the only, she's the dark horse. She's the only one who never got this. So I'm happy that she's getting it. But in a way, I was really expecting fireworks from this season. And what I am getting is the same vibe of a normal All-Star season. So I don't know. It's difficult to say if it's because of the way I'm watching it and because of my expectation, or because effectively it is like this. Pika says, Trinity the Train Taylor. I'm enjoying it. I always enjoy Trinity on Drag Race. She's amazing. She's amazing. Flani, I've been a little disappointed in Shay. I haven't liked most of her fashion. Well, I like almost everything that they serve in there. It's hard to not like it. I mean, it's not like I have a particularly refined palette when it comes to fashion. But it's hard to find something that I would be like, oh yeah, that's busted. Apart from RuPaul. I don't know if you guys remember what she was wearing in the workroom. I don't know what the hell she was wearing. I don't know why she was wearing it. I don't know who dresses Mamaru like that. I don't have a picture because I didn't even get the episode. But if you remember it, I'm like, I mean, I get it. You're RuPaul. You can come out in wearing literal shit and you will still look good in it. But I don't know. Pika, it's post but mid-pandemic. You do have the freedom to do what you want with sets. Yeah, that's the thing. It's an all-winner season. They should have, spent all of their money. What am I looking at? The chat is skipping. Where is it? San, I agree with you. I'm expecting a lot and I'm not getting it. Like, it's fine, but overall it's kind of yeah, that's the thing. Kumquat, a wise woman once said, "What happened to glamour?" I don't know her. I never knew her. You should see how I get out of the house. That's an accurate representation. I like how positive the edit is, though. Proving that even without artificial drama, the queens are entertaining. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. You don't necessarily need drama. I mean, a little bit of drama I do enjoy. It's still television, it's still reality television. It doesn't have to be 100% real, as I always say, but it cannot be 99% fake. So a good balance between the two would be enough. And possibly drama without people like literally getting at each other's throats. That's something that I would like. Do you remember season 2? Do you remember Raven in season 2? Nobody was really ready to hit anybody, but it was still kind of catty, kind of fun. My god, the new kids would completely lose their shit if we started having Untucked like we had them in season 2, season 3, season 4. Season 4 not even that much, but good lord. The kids would completely lose their shit. Lemon, the leather vest thing and the neon trench coat were horrendous. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to get to a point in which I can confidently say that I could design something for RuPaul to wear. I don't know if you agree with that. It looked like one flat table. Oh my god. Oh my god. Franny, something feels off. Yeah, it's the inauthentic positive praise for everything. It seems a little self-congratulatory by the show. Well, you see, there is a problem when you have all winners in there. You have normally the show would get some shit for the way they treat the queens, okay? But these are not normal queens. These are queens who have an established fan base within the brand itself. And it's a bunch of them. So if you start shitting on people coming on All Stars, you will achieve nothing. If anything, you will got to step backward, because on one side, the fans will completely destroy you. They will completely destroy production, period. RuPaul or not RuPaul, that it's taking it too far. And second, you will never have an all-winner season 2, because those people with established careers will not come back. So we have we basically have only praise during the critiques. And that's the problem with it. We don't have a problem with negative critiques. As a matter of fact, negative critiques, unless you are literally insulting someone, is only a point where you could build something. You can learn how to do something better. So a negative critique is not necessarily something bad. It's quite the opposite. It's literally highlighting something that you can do better and giving you praise for the things that you're actually doing well. So negative critiques are not bad by themselves, but we have none in here. It's only positive, 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 and that gets old really quickly. It's like they're kind of afraid, isn't it? Looks like they're manufacturing some fun drama with the Vivian and Jinx. I hope so. I haven't finished the episode yet, but I hope so. Son, I legit had a nightmare that included Rue's workroom look with that leather vest. My god. I don't know. At some point, I really start to feel kind of sorry for Mamaru, because she's like, I'm 100% positive that probably when she goes on set, she's like, okay, I am here. I'm taking an acid. My mind is going away. My body is still here. When I come back from my trip, my body needs to be dressed. Makeup needs to be put on. A wig should be put on. And please dress my body up. And then she comes back and she has the makeup that she has with the whatever wig was ready and wearing, I don't know, whatever happens to be there. Sometimes it's good. Most of the time it's meh. And sometimes it's exceptionally bad. And then, Mamaru comes back and she does her job for her millions. and that's it. And I bet that there is a part of her brain that she's thinking, what the fuck are they making me wear? But, at some point she's like, she's a woman of business. So she's like, listen, who gives a shit? You are getting your millions for it. This is your job. Do your job like everybody else in the world. And that's it. And that's how we got, workroom Mamaru like we had in this episode. So, yeah. Berethord. Oh my god, yes. That's what I only complain about in this season. Yeah, I really like the critiques on Canada's Drag Race, and before that on Thailand. Probably on Spain as well, but I haven't watched Spain, so I cannot talk for that. But on Canada Season 2 and Thailand, they really know the meaning of constructive criticism. On Thailand, they bring it even one step forward. Even if you're winning the challenge, you will be told you need to do this better, and this thing was not done properly, and this thing you can improve. It's really like you really have a feeling that they are learning things, that they are growing. Instead of Drag Race lately feels like it shows a lot without really how can I say? It feels like it's a lot of exposition without the actual journey. I don't know if it makes sense. That's how I feel. Piero, someone surprised you in this season. The Vivian and Raja caught my eye. For me as well. The Vivian has grown so much. I am incredibly impressed. Raja, I was expecting it. I already had high expectation to begin with. But with the Vivian, I wasn't really expecting to see her so prepared. I don't know if it didn't come out during UK season 1, or maybe I was too concentrated on Divina at the time and I didn't really notice all of the things that she could do, or maybe she is really, really improving on her makeup, her ability to do improv. Surely since she won, she got a ton of experience and put it to good use. But I'm really, really impressed with the Vivian. She is the one that probably impressed me the most. Audio is breaking. It's probably my connection. Is it? Am I still here? Switch from dial-up. Believe me, the connection is not the problem. The problem is the laptop. I'm still streaming from my old crooked laptop, even though I have a brand new desktop in here, but I never ported all of my stuff. So what happens is that it takes sometimes a little bit too much CPU power to actually send the live stream to YouTube. So yeah, I will have to migrate. Berethord, it's possibly her only chance to earn anything from that. Well, she got coins outside, but if you mean during the competition, yeah, that's definitely that. Damien, did you see the Canada's Drag Race versus the World has been announced officially by Bodox? No, I didn't see that. Could it be that it's a connection problem, though? But in here, it's telling me excellent connection. It's probably the laptop. Very underwhelmed by the Canada versus the World lineup. Ooh, the lineup is out? The lineup is out for Canada versus... Who's in? Wait, don't tell me. Let me guess. How many US girls do they have in there? The mouse is chewed the cables. Oh, good lord. Too late. Oh my god, no, come on, no. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it. The connection is going in and out. Fuck. Okay, let's try to do this. I will close all of the other windows that I have opened, like this one and this one. And what else can I close? This. And see if it helps my tiny laptop survive a little bit longer. Yeah, I can see the connection going in and out. I can see that. I don't know why it does it though. I don't know why it does it, because the connection is good. The actual connection to the internet is good. So I am assuming that when I stream, basically I have my streaming software that generates the video stream, let's say it like this, and then the video stream gets uploaded to YouTube. So if the streaming software, the two things come one after the other, so one of the two can be the bottleneck, and if it's not the connection, then the streaming software is not generating the video frames fast enough in order to catch up, you know. So yeah, it's definitely the streaming software. And I don't think I can change the settings on the fly. Let me try. Because I used it. Sometimes I use it to capture video. So what happens is that I captured in full HD, but when I stream in 720p, because otherwise the streaming software cannot catch up. The point is, I didn't change the setting, so now for some reason it's streaming in HD and I cannot, and this thing doesn't work. So I don't know. Fulani, the lineup is still speculation, but I'm confused as to why there's a fairly recent winner. Yeah, but did they announce it officially now? Apart from speculations, apart from spoilers, apart from all of that could be right, could be wrong, officially. Like, officially. Oh, well, but yeah, whoever said it before said that Botox came out and announced it. No, it's not World of Wonder. It's not World of Wonder. Let me try something. I can try to stop streaming and change the settings and come back. Now, I don't know if the stream will end and I will have to restart, or my video feed will just stop for a moment and then it will come back. I don't know which one of the two is going to be. So, but, you know, it's better than having my voice coming and going. Do you think it's worth it? Shall we try it? Shall we not do it? I don't know. Let me have a little bit of liquid energy because I'm already losing it. Oh, okay. So they announced that there's going to be Canada versus the world, but there is no official cast yet. Okay. Well, if the Resident Queen of Puerto Vallarta #1 is going to be there, I'm not even going to watch it. I literally have had enough. I don't like that person. She triggers me. And, you know, 8 calls for 8. So the best choice is to not generate unsettling feelings to begin with. So I'm literally not even going to watch it. I have had enough. I don't want to spend time shitting on someone and, and no, I'm not going to watch it, period. Or maybe I can ask my lovely partner to just edit her out of the season. And I don't know how much sense it's going to make, but it worked for Shitty Pie, so why not? Why not? Oh, good lord. Well, it's Canada, so maybe they're going to have a US winner because they have less respect for Canada than the UK. At least that's what it looks like from mainland Europe. That's how it looks like. It's like, yeah, we will bend our knee to the UK, but Canada, no, Canada, we don't care. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? You think third time is the charm? Thing on Drag Race is cursed, so no queen can ever win on their third attempt? No, I don't necessarily think so. It has to do literally with everything else than you or the number of times that you have been there. It has everything to do with the cast, sometimes with circumstances. Like, think Ben de la Creme in All Stars 3, for example. That was an incredible circumstance. So, no, I mean, you could go there 3 times and win, and go there 4 times and not win, or 5 times and still not win, like Jujubee. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Juju. But no, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. The fact that they're going to have a recent Canada winner on the Canada versus the World is ridiculous. Also, UK was aired on the BBC and they wouldn't let a US winner. Yeah, but also don't forget, World of Wonder is the one that franchises the franchise. So in a way, it's difficult to say which kind of agreements they have, because those are contracts that nobody has really access to. But there are agreements on some things. The point is what and how much influence can World of Wonder actually have. That really depends on the kind of agreement that they have. And it's not even guaranteed that they have the same exact agreement with every country that franchises RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's literally hard to tell when I say things like this, like, oh, it's the UK, so no US winners there, but Canada maybe. This is my speculations based on a feeling, nothing less, nothing more, because I have no idea in that manner, unless you literally have someone behind closed doors that passes you information. There is no way to know, not even to speculate. Just curious, did you used to watch Roem Service cartoon parody RuPaul's Dark Race? RuPaul Dark Race. Is it the one with the animals talking? Like, there was one where Coco Montrese was like a turtle or something. Because I love that. It was genius. It was literally genius. Okay, it's that one. It was genius. It is so simple, because it is incredibly simple. But the idea is genius and completely changes the way you watch it. It's incredible. It's incredible. I love that. I watched all of them. Just because there are no cash prizes doesn't mean that they are not still getting paid. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But I don't think they're getting paid that much, if you ask me, because the real payment is what you earn outside. But maybe they still get something. Like, I think everybody will agree that probably all of the queens that went on UK versus the world at least did receive some help for creating the wardrobe. I don't know where it started leaking, but there had been many different sources coming out and saying that the girls were helped. So probably I like to think that that was the case, but as far as we know, officially, the show doesn't really, apart from the prices that we see on television, the show doesn't pay anything more than what we know exists in the contracts. So, yeah. Have you watched Queen Stars Brazil? I just been binge watched and I really enjoy it. Most of the singing is interesting, but the male judges are everything. No. I've been catching up on some other series that have nothing to do with drag and gay. I don't know if there's any fan in here, but the Orville season 3 actually premiered last week, so I've been shitting my pants for a week already because I watched episode 1 and I was having a mental, spiritual, physical climax. So, because it's like the real Star Trek. Like Seth MacFarlane is creating the real Star Trek. And it's back finally after 2 years. So, I've been catching up on that. I've been catching up on The Boys. I have been catching up on. They released season 4 of Stranger Things, so I've been catching up on that. Yeah, I watch different things. I cannot stick to one genre and call it a day. Owen, I heard the Queens on UK got £10,000 each for outfits, but they could spend more. Well, yes, you can always spend more, but £10,000 is a good start. If the girls were helped, what did Jujubee spend her money on? Cats? Cat toys, maybe? F Kunku had 90 viewers and less than 40 likes. Rude. There are a lot of people that watch and are not logged in on YouTube. So if you're not logged in, you cannot like or dislike or subscribe or do all of those things. I know because there is if you click on the live stream, it will tell you the participants, and the only names that you see are the people that are logged in. Everybody else is watching without being logged in, either because they are watching from a link or an application or whatever it is. Paul, any opinions on the Violet Chachki fashion photo review drama or the rumored early out season? I honestly think it's bullshit. I don't understand why people cannot find. I mean, yes, in a way, I do understand it, but people are extreme. You are allowed to not like something. Then Violet is Violet. She has a bitchy character, so of course things will come out bitchy. That's what she has been for the past 5 or 6 years. People should understand that. So, the whole thing with Gottmik, it's a little bit too much. I mean, come on, sit down. It's still drag. We're still having fun, and there is a difference between queens not liking other people's outfit and the show literally changing the meaning of situations in order to shit on people. There is a huge difference in there. People need to understand that. They cannot come out. I mean, when I see things like this, I know. But the first thought that comes to my mind is the word snowflake. And I know that there are many meanings to that word. There are many contexts to that word and everything that goes around it. I have it perfectly in my field of view. But still, that is the first thought that comes to my mind. I'm like, take several seats, calm down. It's fucking Violet Chachki. What do you expect? She's going to give you a pat on the back, bring you milk and biscuits, and tuck you to bed. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Damien, how likely would Mystique be returning to a newer season? Because she had a major glow up and would bring a great television moments. I think Mystique was an alternate for, I think it was All Stars 5, but she didn't make the cut. Or was it All Stars 4? I don't remember. And then nothing came out of it. So it would be nice. I mean, the moment they bring queens that really built the foundation of the show, which means basically everybody from season 1 to season 6 at this point, it's a good thing. So I'm not going to complain. It's not like she is my favorite. Back in her season, she had her moments. And people remember her moments more than they remember her. So I would genuinely welcome if she would come back. Yeah. Orchidude, World of Wonder has put fashion photo review behind a paywall because of the Violet uproar. I like how positive you are. I like it. But no, seriously. It's not because... How can it be because of that? I mean, I am not there, okay? We all know this. I am not there. Personally, I think it's a crock of shit. Because they make money out of that show from YouTube. They make money from advertisement. But if people are going to subscribe to WoW Plus in order to watch Fashion Photo Review, they are going to make more money. But it's never a good thing when you go to people who are your customers and you tell them, hey, this thing that you used to get for free, well, now you have to pay for it because I want more money. What do you think your customers are going to do? They're going to show you a middle finger. But, if you find an excuse, possibly a credible one, and you can say, no, it's because we had problems and there was an uproar. And, it's even better if you don't announce anything. You just let people come to the conclusion that it's more convenient to you. That's how you do business. So at the end of the day, you have all the advantages, and you pay none of the price because you didn't even announce it. So people cannot even quote your word or hold you accountable for the things that you said because you literally didn't say anything. You just let people come to their own conclusions. So it's genius. I mean, the marketing department on World of Wonder knows how to do their job. They fucking know how to do it. So they deserve praise for it, I guess. I don't know. When I praise World of Wonder, of course it's not this bad. But the first thing that comes to my mind is this advertisement for cigarettes, because in some countries in the world it's still legal to advertise. Yeah, I know how it sounds, but it's still legal to advertise cigarettes. So there's this fucking advertisement with people, I don't know, riding on horses and going on roller coasters and having fun and smiling while the sun is setting and holding hands and riding a bike and whatever. And with all this music in the background, and the caption that says, live your life your own way. Smoke, I don't know, camel. That was the fucking advertisement. Which in a way, it's a genius advertisement because, let's be honest, it's a cigarette. It's literal shit. It will give you cancer. 99%, not 99%, but, it surely won't give you wings. So they cost a shit ton of money. They will poison you. They will completely fuck up your circulation. You will probably put a shit ton of weight if you try to quit. You will get addicted. You will get cardiovascular problems. Probably at some point you will start getting micro strokes in your brain because, when that's what happens when you start fucking up what goes in your arteries and veins, mostly arteries. So, but still, the advertisement is genius because people are going to fall for it. People are going to buy them and smoke these fucking cigarettes. So sorry, I've been going along this path. What I wanted to say is that there is such a thing as a love-hate relationship, and that is my relationship with World of Wonder. I mean, I love them for bringing Drag Race onto the world. That is never going to change, and I literally, what's the word? Admire some of the things that they do because I recognize the talent behind it. Now, most of the time, they are used, for their own gain while fucking other people. So it is how it is. But still, there is a talent there. So let's recognize that. Now that we have closed that, let's go back on track. I don't think the early out season would be titled Early Outs. Just an All Stars comprised of early out queens. I agree with that. They are going to keep the All Stars. They did it for all winners. They're probably going to do the same. The way you were explaining the photo review with being in the paywall is similar to an app that I use. They used to have their features for free, and now they are making people buy them. Yeah, that's it. It's kind of a marketing ploy. Not as much for fashion photo review because that is something that was born when the streaming platform didn't even exist. I know that I sound ancient, but I do remember a time in which WoW Plus didn't exist. And people were like, I don't think they even have a Drag Race when they first launched the service. It was $1. It was literally $1, and I think it was on YouTube. There used to be a time when you could do such a thing, like pay for a plus and you get additional content from the channel. Then they abandoned that idea and launched other things. Some of these things achieve the same purpose, but it's just in a different format. And it was $1. So yeah, you hook them up for free and then you ask them to pay. I mean... Zoe, I am late. I didn't know today would be a live stream. Me neither. I was like, good Lord, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 fucking weeks. Why don't you, come on live stream, say hello, chit chat a little bit. We don't have to stay here until 4 in the morning, but, at least to catch up. So me neither. If you see the thumbnail, it looks incredibly bad because I put it up in like 5 minutes. I prefer Jaden Dior Fierce and Linecia Sparks before Mystique. Both were funny. Fierce and that wins stolen from them. Absolutely. In the UK, all we see is quit smoking campaigns on television. Well, I don't watch television, so I cannot tell you if we have those in here. But sure as hell, advertising cigarette is illegal. Like, you cannot advertise it. I don't know what is it with cigarettes, because you can advertise alcohol. But I guess... I don't know, maybe it's cultural. They're both drugs. They're both addictive. They can both kill you. They just do it very, very slowly. So, I don't know. Maggie, let's bring it back to how gorgeous Jada looks all of the time. Yeah, she's like a sun. She's a deity, It's Jada. Nothing to say against Jada. Well, yeah, sometimes I'm thinking, well, it's a little bit lackluster, but then I remind myself, she is just 21 years old. I mean, you cannot be born ready. You get ready, but you cannot be born ready. So let her give time to get ready. So it's no problem. Mr. Person Unknowable, love to hear you back again. Yeah, for a little bit. A little bit of a chit chat. I would like to be more organized when we do these live streams because I need like I mean I like chit chatting. I would like to have an idea where are we going. Like a little bit of a plan. What are we talking about? Instead of coming on live stream and I'm like, okay, we talk about whatever. Damien, Cardi B's election stress was so severe that she smoked 3 cigarettes at once. Oh my god, let's stop talking about cigarettes. I really want a cigarette because what you don't know, well, what you probably do know is that I picked up smoking again a couple of weeks ago because I was too stressed. That's how it happens when you're addicted. You know, you can quit the substance you're addicted to, but the addiction doesn't end. The addiction is something that's in your brain and it doesn't end just by quitting the substance that you have been abusing. So, whenever you are too much under stress or whenever things happen and you start losing control, you relapse. It's inevitable. So, the point is not if you relapse or not, you are going to relapse, period. The point is having a plan for what you do when you do relapse. So, and my plan was upping the nicotine in my electronic cigarette and try to not smoke too much. But, you know, it's hard every single time. So I haven't been smoking for 3 or 4 days, and I would probably kill for a cigarette. And then I remind myself, vape. Vape, you will get some nicotine from there. The true winner of season 7 is Maru's favorite Pearl. In a way, yes. In a way, yes. Season 7 had so many winners. When you think about it, they had so many winners all together. Quadonte, hello top. This live stream was a pleasant surprise. We need you to keep topping us. Violet is why I won't rewatch season 7 and jump over it, as when talking about the golden age of RuPaul's Drag Race season 3 to 6 and 8. Well, if you really have a repulsion towards someone, then don't watch it. I completely understand it. Now that I know the rumors for Canada, I completely understand it. But I enjoy it. Looking back, I enjoy it more than I probably should. And Mrs. Kasha Davis in there, so you know. Mr. Fona, what do you think of the bowl episode? What bowl episode? Of which season? Jada is how old? I thought. Yeah, she is in her 30s. It's in my fantasy, she's 21. So I always say that she's 21. She's a mature queen. That's one of the reasons why I like her so much. I relate because I am a mature queen as well. Kennedy is my favorite drag race queen ever, especially when they did that challenge. They were like, Bear or Twink? And Kennedy came out and she was like, Twink. And I was like, yes, Kennedy, yes, somebody has to get rid of them. No offense if there's any Twink. No offense. Hasho, this might be a little bit paranoid. Do you think that since a Texas senator suggested banning drag shows for people under 18, the Republicans will target drag queens if they regain power? That is such a difficult question, and I'm literally the last person you should ask to because I'm not even from the US. So if you're curious on how things look from my point of view, because it's from the outside, then I can tell you, we can talk about it, as long as we do understand that it's an outside point of view with all the pros and cons that comes with it. So I don't know if they're going to go that far. I think with what they are doing with the current legislation in Texas, because I found it extremely interesting, so I looked up into it. I don't think they're going to be able to implement it. At some point, there has to be a mechanism, maybe at the state or federal level, so that they can at least take this law and restrict it. Because you cannot take such a law that can have such wide implications, especially for teachers, and you don't really define its limits of applicability. Okay, you cannot say things like, you will have this harsh punishment if you do something around these unspecified limits. You know, it's a very dangerous law, because at that point, if you make this limit up for interpretation, then they can be very easily abused and be used against the people that you are claiming to protect. So I don't think it's going to hold up. At least it wouldn't hold up in here. It wouldn't have probably even passed into law, because it's too unspecific. Okay, so you want to make a law to forbid, for example, teaching sexual education and gender until a certain age. You could do it. I mean, it's your nation, but at the end of the day, I can say from the outside, I think it's kind of bigot, because there is a way in which you could implement these things. So saying no out of the blue and ban everything, from my perspective, is a little bit, medieval. But it's your nation, you can do whatever the fuck you want. The problem starts to arise when you're not specific about what, when, and done by who. That's the problem, because you can really use it to prosecute whoever you want to. And that's the problem with any law. They have to be specific. They have to be really specific. So I don't think it's going to go out of hand. But what worries me, and somehow I don't really understand it, is what's going on with the United States lately. Like, this whole thing with the abortion and making it factually illegal. It's really worrying. It's really worrying. I heard people talking about the possibility of reverting gay marriage. I don't even know if that's possible, because as far as I understand, it has to do, there was like a constitutional discussion. That was the job of the Supreme Court, to come to the conclusion that gay marriage is a right recognized under the Constitution. So I don't know if they can take it back, how they can take it back. I don't know. Sometimes I look at the US and think, this is such a wild land. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. It's I don't know, guys. I don't know. Mario, you can keep your no offense. What are you talking about? The ball on All Stars where they did the suing. Which ball? Which All Star story? I blacked out for a minute. I'm out of the loop. I'm absolutely out of the loop. Spicy Icy, will you do these live streams more regularly again? Also, what do you think about Trinity on All Star 7 so far? Trinity is killing it for me. She is the best at the game from what I'm seeing. I have my biases, I have my queens that I'm rooting for, but if I have to judge based solely on how they're playing the reality television game, Trinity is the uncontested winner for me. She is literally doing everything that you are supposed to do when you are competing in a reality television show, and especially in this reality television show. She is charming, she is funny, she knows how to generate interest, how to create drama that is entertaining without being overly dramatic, like bringing some interest in the show. So she is really doing a killing. Funny, the things is, I love so many queens from season 7. I can't think of another Hurley season with so many iconic queens. Is there someone that I don't particularly like from season 7? No, but it's like I have the queens from season 7 in my mind, and then when I think about Candy Ho, there is like a shape, like the shape of the queen, and inside there is nothing. Because I have no idea what she was doing since they edited her out of the season. Were you surprised when Russia didn't win the ball in All Star 7? Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Was it a ball? My god, it's been so long ago. I must have, like, the situation created like a hole in my head. We're talking about episode 3, aren't we? The ball was in episode 3. Because there is nothing for me in that episode. There is literally nothing. Yeah, I was surprised. That is something that I do remember. Finally, Trump added 3 very conservative justices to the Supreme Court, giving them 6-3 supermajority. Yeah, that is something that I heard as well. And I also heard that in the US they have this thing that when since being a judge on the Supreme Court is a life appointment, so you cannot predict when people are going to pass. So if it happens that more than one judges pass, what they used to do was waiting for the next president to elect another judge so that they could have at least a chance of maintaining some balance. And when this happened to Trump, he was like, nope, no, I am going to nominate whoever I want, and how many I want them, I don't give a shit. So have fun in the US for the next 20, 30 to 40 years. But Canada is right there. Owen, what do you think of Jinx's performances on All Star 7? Good but underwhelming. Good but underwhelming. I'm expecting too much from Jinx. It's just my that's the problem. And I think I said it before. My expectation is too high. Way too high. So whenever she does something, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but... And I'm always thinking that. Like the same exact performance from a queen that didn't particularly impress me during her first run would probably wow me. So it's all in the eye of the beholder. That is the problem. Okay, Kumquat, thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Die or retire when you are in the US Supreme Court. My god. Jills, I want a season with Tyra, Willem, Sharon, No, no, that's too much. Magnolia Crawford, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll take her out of retirement just to participate on All Stars. Thaliel, Bob said that Raja could have won more challenges and is kind of overlooked. I do agree. Um, Bob is being Bob, so he's saying a lot of things that not everybody is willing to admit. So I agree with that as well. And if you know, if you don't know what else I agree with, I'll let you imagine it. Phoenix, oh my god, you are back. Yeah, less prepared than usual. It's not really a review, it's just chit chatting. But yeah, I'm here. Judy Garland wasn't underwhelming. No, it wasn't, but the first character was for me. So I don't know if they cut her out. I don't know if she wasn't particularly good. The problem is when you look at Jinx Monsoon, in order to come out and say, "Oh, this has been so good," she has to be excellent. She has to be anything less than excellent will look underwhelming from the outside. That's every time people say, and this is something that they say it a lot on this show, without really defining the meaning of it. They say, well, the bar is so high, the bar is so high. This is the literal meaning of the bar is so high. It's when it changes your perception. That's the whole point. The bar is so high, it means that you start from such a high point that your perception is shifted. You perceive something being underwhelming when objectively it's good. It's just that you feel it as underwhelming. So the bar is so high is a subjective feeling. That's the meaning of it. And that's the problem with Jinx for me. Roman, Jinx has made a reference to everything in her original season except for her original nose. Did she have a nose job? I didn't know that. I don't think she had a nose job, did she? Oh, Brad, don't use that. We don't use that word in here like that. I mean, if you gotta talk about hate, you better define proper hate. Don't go around saying, "Oh, this is hate, this is hate." Like, fuck off. Like, honestly, fuck off with this bullshit. Phoenix, where are you? We are here for you, Top. We ride at dawn. Who the fuck is Dawn? Kevin, how do you think about the Depp versus Heard verdict? Oh my god, Kevin. Oh my god. I feel very good about it. I watched the trial. I am one of the few bastards that actually tuned in and watched it. Not in real time. That is something that my partner did. I caught up later on. I feel very good about it because that bitch, she even had the nerve to come out and saying, "Oh my god, this is a loss for all the women," and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you have been found guilty of lying with malice according to the laws of your country. So you lied, and you lied to hurt someone. And you hid your lies behind the violence that real people have to really suffer in their everyday lives. What's worse than that? That's, if anything, the opposite is true. Good lord. It's so fucking annoying to see people hiding behind other people's suffering. That's something that I really... I don't even have the words to describe how it makes me feel. Disgust, no, it doesn't even go near it. But let's use the word disgust. So disgusting to have people lying about being abused just to exert more power over someone that doesn't want them anymore. And then behave as if you are part of people who have to go through that real suffering. I mean, she's a shit person based on that verdict. She is a shit person. So I'm very happy about the result of it. Very, very happy about it. And I hope that the mentality will change because, and I don't know, I make a premise. I don't know if something is lost in translation because I have problems in understanding the real limit and the difference between the words believe, trust, benefit of the doubt, and whatever. But this thing that they have in the US, they're like, believe all victims. And I'm like, I don't believe anything in my life. Give the benefit of the doubt? Yes, absolutely. That I do to everything until proven contrary. But believe? That's fucking dangerous. Anyone could come out and make wild accusation and you just, unless belief means something else, but if it means take it as truth, I'm like, it really, my skin crawls when I hear like believe. I don't believe a fuck until I see some proof. Until then, you will have my benefit of the doubt, but no more than that. So, Thalia, Violet said that after fans getting crazy for her comments, she probably is never coming back for an all-winner season. Oh, Violet was just having a moment. I think she will come back. It can be overwhelming, but she will come back. Orchid Youth, not Amber Turd. Not Amber fucking Turd. You have no idea what's been going on in this house for the past month. It's like I quote Amber Turd almost daily. It's like there is a moment in the trial in which she doesn't want to admit because she came out and she was like, well, when we divorced, he gave me 7 million, but I didn't want any of those money. Like people said that I did it for the money. So I gave it to charity. So during the trial, they basically come out and they try to make her admit that she didn't fucking give this money to charity. She kept it for herself. Like, Miss Heard, did you donate this money? And she's like, I did pledge the money. Yeah, but did you donate the money? I did pledge the money. No, I'm not saying pledging, I'm saying donating. And she's like, well, I use the terms interchangeably. So whenever my partner asks me, is dinner ready? I made a meal plan. Yes, but it's dinner ready. I made a meal plan. I use the two things interchangeably. Oh, shit. D15, you skipped me. Tell me. I'm not moving the chat because it's actually on screen, but write it and I read it. Unpopular opinion. I love Jinx, but she's a one-trick pony comedy. She does it like really well, but she's not good at lip syncing. Fashion is meh. To me, Trinity and Jada are total packages. I like Jinx. I have like an emotional attachment to Jinx. And I expect a lot from Jinx. So I still do enjoy her. It's not that I don't enjoy her. But it's like part of my brain is expecting to see season 5 again when I see Jinx on Drag Race, and naturally I'm not. It's a different setting, it's a different way of seeing the show, it's a different way of feeling the show. So Jinx is mainly, I would say that she is mainly a comedy queen. I don't want to, give make compartments, you are comedy, you are this, you are that, but that is her main talent. So I would tend to agree with that. If you're looking for someone that can check different boxes without absolutely excelling in anything, then yes, I would say there are other queens that can check more boxes. It's like Jinx does one thing and does it very, very good. Everything else she does the best that she can. Pelosi cares about insider trading. Spicy, any bets on when we will see the first drag king on Drag Race? A couple of years. If people want it bad enough. But Drag Race likes to do this thing like, for the first time, we do this and we do that. And there are other shows that have been doing the same exact things for ages. But, they like to be quoted a lot on different publications. So if they do it for the publicity, probably. Marlon, oh stars, who's this? With Jade Season 1. Nicole Page Brooks, Milan, Honey Mahogany, Magnolia Croft, Dax, Calorie Williams, and many more. I think people remember Nicole. I mean, I would give even Milan. I don't think many people know who Jade was. Probably forgot about Honey Mahogany. Magnolia Crawford, they still remember, mostly because of Bianca Del Rio. And maybe Dax got a little bit forgotten, yes. Dax is one of those queens that basically disappeared after appearing for like 4 episodes in her season. At least from the Drag Race universe. I don't think did anybody ever catch Dax on DragCon, for example? Because I don't think she goes. Georgie, Heard was the only one who gave a shit during marriage. Also, which celebrity would you like to see done on Snatch Game? Probably Patrick Stewart. Kevin, I fucking died when she said that. I pledged to pay my bills. I mean, the whole trial was so gaggy. It's the gift that keeps on giving. My God. There was... they brought an expert that basically broke a law of conduct in the U.S. They took in experts that basically said, yeah, I tested her and got this result, so this is it. And they used tests that were invalid for that scope. It's like imagine. It's like I come here and I say, okay, this is my confessional charts. How did you count the confessionals? And I tell you, I looked at the mouse cage, and every time Vilma came up asking for a treat, I counted it as one confessional for Jinx. What do you think about that? You think that's a valid measurement? Oh, shit. Aztec, I think Dax mostly goes to Comic-Cons. That is my thought exactly. Piero, I was expecting some really good fashion by Raja, but she really is proving that is a well-rounded queen. In the pit stop said that people think Raja is good, but she is really more. Yeah, I understand what you meant. Sorry, I read it like shit. But I understood what you meant. Raja is not just a fashion queen. She knows how to work. She has been around long enough. And I can assure you that we don't see much of that on television, because there is a ton of shit that you need to learn when you get into this business, and it's mostly how to deal with people and opportunities and the way you behave during when you're doing your job and outside of it. So she has a wealth of information in a way. She really is an expert. She really is an expert, more than many other queens her age. But yeah, fashion is what she is most known for, especially thanks to Drag Race. Not the only thing that she does, but the thing that she is most known for. I don't know if she's getting much out of this season. I don't know. Because Russia is just too smart to think that she can go on Drag Race and have a resurgence and start performing at live shows, like 3 live shows a week, like the way they beat all of these queens that go on Drag Race, you know. She has other avenues. She does different things. It's not that she doesn't perform live. I'm sure that from time to time she does, but that's not her main job anymore. So I'm wondering, what was her expectation going into this all-winner season? If she was just there to work because they needed to fill one more spot and, she was a good fit. If she was expecting to change her career path from a moment to another. I don't know. I find it kind of puzzling. Yeah. Who's Patrick Stewart? Oh my God, Jills. Ben for 15 minutes. No, make it 30. Ben. My God. Who's Patrick Stewart? My God. My God. Does anybody know who Patrick Stewart is? Paul, why do people say Monet is a comedy queen? Because they see her runway. And they're like, oh yeah, she's probably a comedy queen. Sorry. The comment continues. What the fuck? She takes herself way too seriously and has an ego on the size of Lady Bunny's wigs. Well, I don't know about the ego. But she does take the game very seriously. This is something that Bob said as well, and this is something that she always did. I mean, if you remember, back in season 10, do you remember Monet's lip sync? When I was watching them, at the time, I was thinking, it's not lip sync for your life anymore. It's gimmick for your life, because she was doing everything she could to be sure to have an edge, which is a smart thing. But still, I can really see that it's like Survivor, and I think even Monet said it herself during the show. I mean, it's not just an impression, it's something that's being confirmed by her, by Bob. It's like she takes the game very seriously. She reminds me of Alaska. She took it very seriously as well, like seriously to a totally different level, yeah. And sometimes it's not pretty to watch. Sometimes it's very entertaining, other time it's painful to watch. Funny, very true. Raja has a legit job. Why does she need to come on All Stars or Winners? Yeah, that's the same point. I mean, of course, it helps your image, so there's always a reason. I'm more interested about the expectation. What was the expectations? Kevin, Patrick Stewart is Professor X. Yes, and Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Let's not forget that. Brent, I loved it when Jinx said that Monet was unfairly compared to Bob, which isn't right because Bob is talented. My God. It's a different talent. It's a different talent. You can appreciate it. You cannot appreciate it. It's a different talent. Come on. We're not here to shit on people. Joke? Yes. Shit. Spicy Icy, I just want to say I admire your attitude. You have these views that seem to be so genuine and full of experience. It is so interesting. I just needed to get that out. Thank you. You basically spent a comment telling me that I'm not an idiot, which is an achievement. I consider that an achievement. I need some liquid energy. Good Lord, I would kill for a cigarette. But no cigarettes. Apart from Alaska and Monet, who else was like that serious about Drag Race? Well, apart from people that were eventually portrayed as villains, which, let's face it, if you are that invested to actually give material for a villain edit, means that, you know, you are very serious about the Drag Race game. You really think that it's 100% a competition, that if you don't get recognized, then you don't have talent, and so on and so forth. But people that were not portrayed as, you know, villains for their season, like full-fledged villains, I cannot think of anybody else who left the same impression on me. I really cannot think of anybody else. Monet's makeup skills are better than Bob's. Well, it doesn't take much. Eventually, Bob got better. You remember Bob on season 8? I mean, there is such a thing that it's so bad it's good. There was that runway. What was the futuristic runway when she wore that Amazon outfit that she came out and said, yeah, I bought it on Amazon. It was like $30. And I won the challenge. And the makeup was terrible. Rome, I still stand by my theory that Raja is doing this to get out of fashion photo review. If I was Raja, I would probably... I think you... Okay, 1 moment. Let me compose myself. I think you struck gold with that comment. Because think about it. Raja has a sense of fashion. She has a recognized sense of fashion. She got jobs because of a recognized sense of fashion. So it's not just my point of view, your point of view, or someone else's point of view. It's like she reached a point in which she made money out of it, and she's been recognized by multiple influential people because of that. Now, think that you are in your 40s, middle to late 40s, and you have this talent, okay, that has already paid back for you. And your main job, or at least your most secure job over time, is fucking fashion photo review. Which is a good gig, but how much is it going to fulfill you professionally? There are a ton of people who live their lives thinking that working is a pain in the ass, that the best thing would be to win money or not having to work. And I do respect that. But there are also people who are like, I would get crazy if I couldn't go to work. Like, working gives me something that I need in order to feel fulfilled. Yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the ass, sometimes you have to overwork, sometimes you get frustrated, sometimes you wished you were paid more, but at the end of the day, you can definitely say it gives me something that enriches my soul, not just my bank account. And for a person like Raja, I'm like, how can fashion photo review give you that? How can it? So I tend to agree with that. I tend to agree with that. If she could land her own show, for example, instead of doing fashion photo review, land her own reality competition like they do Painted with Raven, why can't they do Dressed with Raja? So I think you hit something in there. Nightmare, maybe Raja just wants to earn more from her media and maybe be invited to the fashion events the new kids are going, like Gottmik and Simone. Um, well, that's a difficult topic. That's a difficult topic because there has been, fame coming out as usual, as she does every year, that they don't pay her when they invite her to events, and she is like a token, and she's invited only because she's a drag queen, and so on and so forth. I mean, I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but as far as I do understand, people don't get paid to go to those kind of gigs. People are grateful to be invited to those kind of gigs, which I do believe it's bullshit. I don't think that any kind of work for free is an opportunity unless you're learning something and getting something tangible that will immediately transform into a paycheck. So, but yet again, I don't know that much about that world, so I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think um, somehow, I don't know. No, I don't think Raja would like to get into that kind of stuff. It's not, I don't have any like proof or things that I can use to point to that direction. It's just my general feeling. Bob didn't get better, he got makeup artists. Well, the end result is that she still got better. So, um, Psycho Space Cat, Tyra took it rather seriously. Yeah, but it was season two. Season two, like everybody but Jessica Wilde was basically bitching. So, Jessica Wilde and Sarah Davenport, and Pandora when she was on screen. So I don't know. Season two is difficult to classify. Jills, good night, Chacharinas. Thank you so much for coming. Fulani, based on the UK versus the world reviews, Shay could be the new host. Shay went into details and gave some historical, cultural context to why she liked or disliked the fashion. Yeah, I think it would be a breath of fresh air. I think Raja paid her dues and she deserves a proper gig. She deserves a proper gig. Like, fashion photo review is a good gig. Don't get me wrong. Even if you don't get paid that much, at least you are basically doing it all year around. It keeps you relevant, it keeps you in everybody's mind. People will not forget who you are, and you can capitalize on that if you can even make it entertaining and you know um, more educational. Also, this is something that I would have appreciated more, a little bit more education. It's not like I would like to be a fashion guru. That's just something that's not ingrained in my brain. Like, that's not how my brain works. Period. So, but it would be nice to have a little bit more of education from that point of view, because a lot of people say something looks nice just because everybody is saying it. I think it's, at least for me, it's kind of rare that you can actually meet people who can tell you why something works and the principles behind it, and discuss them with you, especially when they understand that you really come from a point of view that it's not necessarily judging anything, it's just trying to understand. But there are very few people who can actually say, yes, listen, this works like this because it gives this particular shape, which is reminiscent of something that's already being called out by the accessory, and so on and so forth. And I'm quoting conversations here. So there are very few people who can actually go into very great details on how all of these things works. Most of the people, they simply say, oh yeah, it's good because whatever reason. So I think they should offer hosting fashion photo review to the queens who don't get as many opportunities, rather than the same circle of Drag Race alumni. Yeah, but you are forgetting something. World of Wonder is a business. It's not a charity. So unless they get very, very good publicity and more money because of that, they have no incentive to do so. Roman, Raja is a sexy grandma. Why do we always end up talking about sex on these live streams? Matt Cola, I enjoyed UK versus the world. You did? With reviews with Shay and Raja, they come at as both seamstresses and fashion focused. It was quite informative. Okay, the fashion photo review. I enjoyed that actually art from Thailand reviewed the runways. It was very entertaining. It was very entertaining. Okay, I'm waking up early tomorrow, so I guess I'm going to sleep. What are we going to do for the future? Well, I would say we can live stream every Sunday and chit chat about whatever. I will make a post, so if there is anything that you would like to discuss in detail, that I can gather a little bit of materials, like not much, not like when it was with the reviews, but at least get some things, couple of images, some references, and get a general idea so that we can discuss different topics apart from Drag Race itself. And then I will work on this video, and we'll see if we survive that. So there is a link for the Discord and Twitter in the description. If you have never been to Discord or you don't follow the channel on Twitter, please do. Otherwise, I have no other way of contact you if the worst should happen. So I have a couple of people here on YouTube that I could ask to spread a message in case we disappear from a day to another. But even if you don't like this kind of thing, there is no problem. Let just come, and if in 3 weeks we are still here, you're always in time to get out. And I'm not looking for followers. That's what I wanted to say. I'm not looking for Twitter. I don't give a shit about it. It's just for a connection. So that was basically it. I will see you back next Sunday. I don't think I will have the video ready already this Sunday because I'm working and reworking on the script, trying to make it as objective as possible and never make it look like I'm going out for YouTube. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Have a great week, and I will see you back next Sunday. Good night, everyone.